So, an extraordinary debate in many ways. First and foremost, Nicola Sturgeon's kind of unrequited love letter to Ed Miliband. Don't turn your back on us. Almost bursting into song. A window into a world after the election where a negotiation might be required between those two parties. And you can begin to see how it might work. How they could find some areas of commonality between parties that are warring right now. Secondly, Nigel Farage getting booed inside the audience, but actually will feel he's still connected to his core audience out in the country. But really, the big feature, and the polls seem to show that Ed Miliband won amongst this group of five, actually showed that when put up for Prime Minister, a Survation poll showed 45% that Ed Miliband would make a better Prime Minister versus 40% for David Cameron, which is polling levels that are totally unheard of. Now, that might just be a reflection of the fact that Mr Cameron wasn't there. Big question, though, strategically for the Conservatives was, why wasn't he there? Free rein for Mr Miliband to try to project things he hasn't been able to project before on fiscal responsibility and on national security, with no Mr Cameron there to answer back. And then just on a basic thing, housing policy discussed for 15 to 20 minutes in front of millions of people watching at home. Conservatives have a lot to say about housing, could not say it because they chose not to be here. And on top of that, every single person on stage saying some version of it was a disgrace that the Prime Minister wasn't there. And to top it off, Ed Miliband challenging Mr Cameron to a one-on-one debate. I think if I was at Conservative HQ, I'd be hoping the audience was rather low. And that said a lot.